This is the tutorial for creating. So you're going to start with a portrait, and then the next thing you're going to want to do is duplicate that background layer. It's always a good thing to do, just to be certain. Okay, so now we have a copy. So on this copy, I'm just going to make some random selections. You can use several different selection tools. There's the marquee, and in that rectangular marquee select, there's also the ellipse, lasso, polygon, and magnetic lasso. So you could choose magnetic lasso and then go around and click make points and select what you want, and it'll snap to the pixel edge. You can also use either the magic wand or the quick select. So if you're using the magic wand, when you select something, it will select everything in that tone. If I select something else, it's going to grab a completely different subject matter. So this is good for large areas like a background, or maybe even here on the top. If you wanted to grab these colors, you could hold shift down to add to the selection as you go. So let's just start with that. So let's just say we're going to change the selection of that top. You want to go up to image, adjustments, and then here's where you're going to choose to turn it a different color. So you can go channel mixer, for example, and you can adjust the greens. So let's say this was green before, let's make it orange. And you can make fine-tune adjustments also by moving the other sliders. All right, so we said we're going to make it more orange. To deselect, it's Control D. Now I'm no longer selecting that. Other tools you could use, like I said, we were using the magic wand before, but up in here, let's choose our magnetic lasso. So now I'm going to go through and select part of the face. Maybe just one side of it. Okay, so now I have a selection of part of the face. So I'm going to go in for this particular one, and I'm going to change it black and white. Okay, so now there's no color on that side of the face. Deselect again, Control D. And I'm going to make another selection now. Maybe this time I'm going to do the other side of the face, but not go all the way down through the chin. So now I have another selection. For this one, I'm going to change the color. So I'm going to use hue saturation, and I can slide the hue slider around to change the color, which is the hue. The saturation, if I move that left and right, it increases or decreases the saturation of that, whatever the color or the hue is. And then your lightness is like similar to contrast or brightness. It can make it brighter or darker. So we're going to change this hue to, I like this green, and I'm going to bring up the saturation. I'm going to drop down the lightness a little bit to darken it. Okay, that selection's been made. So I'm going to do, that's all I'm going to do for the face. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to select this background over here, and I'm going to invert this one. So I have like extreme black and white. So when I do that inversion, I get extreme black and white on either side. So let's say this is all you were going to do for your portrait, that this would be acceptable. You need to do 3 or 4 things. So we've done 3 or 4 things here. We did one side black and white, one side of the face green. We changed the color of the top from green to orange. And we have half of the image as a black image and the other half as a white background for the image. As always, you're going to export it, save it as a JPEG, and you might want to change the name of it so you know what the file is named, and it should be in the same location where you found it.